Why? Why? Why do you have to cut into the driver fender?
Look how they're cutting at the vehicle.
At the impound. Look at the front fender. Go back.
By the way, this is the car. This is the car inside the police department.
Fender. Look at the fender. Why do you have to cut the fender?
So they towed the car to the police department, and they start chopping. This is the vehicle. The ACM is right there, by the way, Mohammed.
Look how straight that car is.
The ACM is right there. Right there. Okay? Specifically right here. Okay? Robert Drum tells the independent expert that the vehicle was so caved in.
Does that look caved in? Look at it.
Okay. Now that we watched this, let's go back to the body cam where...
I mean, yeah, show me that car again. Oh, my God. What the fuck is that?
What is that machine that's on a tripod that the independent expert uses to scan the vehicle?
Let me see.
You know what I'm talking about.
I know what
There's
you're
a
talking
machine that they use to scan the vehicle, right? Explain to me, how does it make sense that they chop up and stage the vehicle? Well, this is the machine, Mohammed. This is the machine. Are we on? Okay, do me a favor. There you go. Robert Drum. By the way, this is the machine right here. The machine on a tripod. You see that machine right there, Mohammed? You see that machine right there?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm trying to find the name to it.
Well, Robert Drum goes into details, and he said they had access to the vehicle for a couple of hours. They scanned the vehicle. My question is, what's the point of the independent expert scanning a vehicle that's crushed and staged? Do you see what I'm talking about?
It's called Faro, F-A-R-O, or Leica. That's what they're called. Leica.
Faro or Leica?
L-E-I-C-A.
Okay.
Leica and Faro.
Okay. So
basically, it's a 3D scan of the vehicle.
Okay.
They input all this data in, and then it spits out like the results. It tells you where the car was hit, where it would have like shifted to, moved. You know, all that information would give it to you after scanning the car. But
so,
your point is, what the fuck is the point of scanning a car after you've chopped it up? Like, what is the computer gonna read? The missing roof, the missing door, the cut up fender? Like, if I was the machine, I would say this was a front-end collision because you chopped up the fender like that. The computer is going to read it. It's going to say this is a front-end collision. Like, the front of his car hit something. Okay? So they clearly muddied up the water so that anybody looking at this car, the 3D scan is going to be inaccurate. Whatever results are going to come out, it's going to be inaccurate. Okay, and that's why you have to look at the photos prior to them chopping it up.
Exactly.
You have to get those images into the analysis of the accident because, I mean, they fucked it up. I mean, clearly they cut up the driver fender to make it look like a head-on collision. And so that whatever data you input into this program is going to spit out the wrong fact. It's going to spit out the wrong results. It's going to say this car was hit from the front, okay? And, you know, I wonder what they did to the SUV, by the way.
They wouldn't let him touch the SUV.
And there's a reason why. Because if you put that information with the SUV, the computer is going to say, I don't know what the hell I'm looking at. This car was T-boned and it has front-end damage. Well, like, how is it both? How is it both? It's physically impossible.
I want to find the part where they say to the independent expert, Robert Drum, tells the independent expert that prosecutor Sarah Sammy said, you cannot touch the vehicle, defying the judge order to inspect the vehicle and reconstruct.
Defying Weimer's order.
I mean, that's so terrifying. Let me find the clip really quick for you. There we go. Do me a favor, go over to exhibits. This is the independent expert. That right there is the independent expert. I paid out of my pocket $5,000, gave it to Casey Stephen, hired an independent expert to show up on scene and reconstruct Mustafa's vehicle accident. So he shows up only to be told he has a judge order to reconstruct this vehicle accident. And investigator Robert Drum tell him, prosecutor Sarah Sammy said, you can't touch the vehicle. You can't touch the SUV, the Suburban.
And there's a conflict of interest between Casey Stevens, who took your $50,000, and Robert Drum. Right? I mean, looking at Casey Stevens today, 100% he should have told us that he has a conflict of interest on this case and that he is not able to take this case. He should have said that from the get-go, from the beginning.
And we're going to get into the conflict of interest.
He should have said, I cannot take this case because there's a conflict of interest.
You want to tell me the main investigator on this case
That falsified the report.
that falsified the
That
police
falsified
report,
the warrant.
that we have evidence and gave it to the defense attorney that this investigator falsified the warrant, Mustafa's statement, tampered with witnesses,
Gave Casey Stevens a break back in 2016 when he was driving drunk and crashed his car. And now today, if you look up Casey Stevens' name, by the way, I don't know how he did it, but he removed that charge where it says Casey Stevens and Robert Drum. He removed that from the court system.
But you have documentation that is there.
I have it. But imagine if I did not have that copy. If I didn't have that copy today, people would say, what conflict of interest? What are you talking about? By the way, the Bar Association should revoke his bar license for that. 100% conflict of interest. When you tell this lawyer, when you tell Casey Stevens, this officer falsified my brother's statements and I have evidence to it, and he's trying to play it down, he's trying to tell you, what is a complaint going to do? Let it go. Don't talk about it. It's not going to help. It's not going to help your case. Let it go. He keeps telling you to let the complaint go. Don't complain about him. He's protecting the cop that gave him a break on a DUI, on a hit and run, on felonies. He gave him a break.
Not only that, he's telling the officer on the scene, he's telling Robert Drum, this whole thing about defense attorneys against police is all fake. We're all just working together.
So clearly he's working with the investigator, okay? And there's a conflict of interest. And today, when you search up Casey Stevens, Casey Rain Stevens, oddly, you don't see the charge anymore. It's like it almost like it disappeared from the record. Okay, you used to be able to look up Casey Stevens, okay, through the court system, and it would come up. Casey Stevens arrested by Robert H. Drum III. Okay, and now it's no longer visible. Nobody can see it. If you search it, it's not there.
Listen to what he tells
But
Robert Drum.
Unlucky for him, we have the record.
Mohammed, listen, exactly. You have the record. We're going to go into it. I want to watch this clip because he tells Robert Drum, this whole thing about defense attorney and police officer, they're all working together. Mind you, we're giving this defense attorney an audio where this police officer falsified Mustafa's statement.
And $50,000.
And $50,000. Listen.
Casey, you need water?
Yeah, I'm good, thank you.
Casey said not from the enemy.
What?
Casey said nothing from the enemy.
That's Robert Drum talking.
Robert Drum is talking. Oh, Casey said nothing from the enemy. He's downplaying the whole relationship.
You have a beer.
Oh my!
I got a beer.
Oh,
I'll take a beer.
Interesting statement to bring up that.
To the same police officer that caught you in 2016 with a DUI, fled the scene.
This is like a virtual strong. What is it called?
They're strong. He's strong arming him.
Exactly.
My God, yeah.
It's a virtual strong arming. Casey
That defense
Stevens.
attorney. Yep.
He's basically
Reminded him.
pinching him and letting him know, hey, you want a beer? Like, you want to talk about that? You remember that? How I saved your fucking career?
It's a conflict of interest. The fact that you have debt history and you're sitting on Mustafa's case and taking $50,000
But the fact
from
that
me.
he says it,
Yeah.
you know, the fact that he says something about beer, when you're the officer that pulled him over after driving drunk, crashing his car, and fleeing the scene. Like, what the fuck? Just go ahead.
That must be just you. Just you, bro.
Christian, you want something?
Nothing from the enemy. Hurts my feelings, Casey. Some of these defense lawyers think, everybody's a fucking liar and all that sort of shit,
Some of these defense attorneys think every police officer is a liar. Not me. Not you. You're talking about the police officer that we're giving you evidence and audio recording of the phone call where this investigator, that police officer that you're talking to, that police officer that apparently pulled you
Falsified
over.
your client's
and
statements.
Falsified your Mustafa statements.
Falsified your client's statements, and you're sitting there pretending like it's not real. Basically, he's telling Robert Drum, he's telling him, whatever this family is saying about you, whatever evidence they have, not to worry. I got it covered.
You think that's it?
Let's keep going.
It gets worse. They're conspiring to write Mustafa off as incompetent.
Let's keep going.
How's Moses doing?
I don't think he's doing very well.
How'd the competency thing
Well,
come
no
back?
shit. You
Haven't
beat
gotten
the
it back
shit out
yet.
of him.
They're taking forever to get to it. Because I think I filed that a month ago.
Go back a little
Finally
bit.
got the first,
Go back just like a hair.
because I think I filed that a
Go back
month
some
ago.
more. What are you talking about? Filing
Very
what?
well.
How'd the competency thing come back?
Haven't gotten it back yet. They're taking forever to get to it. Because I think I filed that a month ago. They finally got, at first they were wanting to continue the case so they could get it done. And then, like the same day in the afternoon, they finally got somebody. They didn't have anybody to do it. I think somebody just, bureaucratic, dropped the ball
Think
somewhere
so?
for a little bit. But it's,
So your
my
own
guess is
lawyer-
it's likely to be continued.
So your own lawyer is collaborating with the officer that falsified your warrant, falsified your statement. They're collaborating on how they're going to get this competency test done. After you've beat the shit out of him, you've stripped him naked, you've traumatized this man, okay? You've traumatized him, and then you want to get in and do a competency test.
So, what is a competency test going to accomplish? One,
You mean, why are they even having this conversation? Why are they having this conversation?
you can no longer talk about this officer falsifying your statements.
It's inappropriate to have this
Absolutely.
conversation. It's
Absolutely.
inappropriate.
I mean,
Completely inappropriate.
this is what happened to Mustafa inside the jail. This is a body cam, a CCTV video where correctional officer go into Mustafa's cell. 6 giant correctional officer pull Mustafa unconscious into another cell, beat him, abuse him, and deny him
Stripped him
medical.
naked.
Stripped him naked. Took
Ima-
pictures of Mustafa.
Imagine being stripped naked, beaten to the point where you've died, and then you came back to life, and they're taking pictures of you. And then your own lawyer is conspiring with the investigator that lied, and they're both trying to get you to be tested mentally to say, oh, you're crazy, you're incompetent. Get the fuck out of here. I'm gonna mute the music. I'm gonna
You
mute
have
the
6
music.
giant correctional officers that enter Mustafa's cell,